And this is the hose that's available to pump out the vessels.
There are more than 100 of these pump out stations across Puget Sound that help boats pump out their raw sewage. They're a lot more important now as the State Department of Ecology passed a rule last year making it illegal to discharge waste from boats right into the water.
The Department of Ecology has done some studies that have shown that wastewater discharges right at the surface are actually especially harmful because they can travel a great distance with wind and currents, and they can make shellfish unsafe to eat. They can make beaches unsafe to swim in.
Chris Wilkie is executive director of Puget Soundkeeper, a group that's now fighting back against a lawsuit that tugboat companies have filed against the EPA. The EPA ruled that Puget Sound has enough pump-out stations for the boats to use, but tugboat companies disagree. The American Waterways operator sent King 5 the following statement: the Department of Ecology's proposal for a Puget Sound no-discharge zone cannot be shown to improve water quality in Puget Sound, and the department acknowledges that it would cost vessel operators $750 million while providing no demonstrable environmental benefit.
If you look at these tugboats, they're very sophisticated vessels. They're multi-million-dollar vessels. There's a lot of systems on board, a lot of safety systems, and they have relatively small crews, so they're not going to really generate that much waste. I mean, how much chili can a crew of 4 eat?
Boats can currently dump raw sewage in Puget Sound if they are 3 miles from shore. Partially treated sewage can be dumped overboard from anywhere, even at the dock. The regulation will require any vessel with a permanent toilet to store its waste until it can be pumped ashore, but boats were given 5 years to comply. In Tacoma, I'm Alison Morrow, King 5 News.